YouTube channel and throughout social media. We'll get you out here well before the top of the hour. Give you guys enough time to get those bets in for the primetime games. That's what we do here on the drive-thru Monday through Friday at 6 p.m. Eastern time is our live free picks, with the games beginning at 7 p.m. Eastern time and later. And to deliver those winners are professional handicappers over at Pick Dogs and Sports Chat Place. Let's take a peek at who'll be on the show here for today. All right, with us here today we've got Jovan Burts, we got Brad Francis, Rod Zawacky, and Ninos. All right, let's get this one underway. Of course, we got the one game in the books this afternoon in Major League Baseball. Cubs overcome that 4-0 deficit in the first inning with the comeback here. Of course, Rich Hill left too many guys on base, leaves, and of course, they helped the Cubs make that comeback. And of course, right now in action right now, Toronto up 9-2 here, top of the 8th on Tampa Bay. So we still have some games starting here, top of the hour in about 5 minutes. So that will give us about 11 games here for us to handicap from and give out some picks. We'll have plenty of plays for you. So let's go ahead. Let's get the show started. Let's go ahead and welcome in Ninos. You'll find him over at Pick Dogs, where he does great work up there, coming off a really good season in the NHL. I think we got him ready to roll here. Al, what's happening?
Going pretty good. How are you, Tony?
Doing great. All right, here we go. Late night baseball here at 10:15 Eastern features the Giants hosting the White Sox here, with the Giants at $1.50, total 7.5.
Yeah, pretty interesting matchup here. Two teams having a pretty good season, but that have slowed down a bit lately. But again, we got two starters here that should wake these offenses up, with Lance Lynn getting the start for the White Sox and Alex Scott going for the Giants. Two starters having pretty rough seasons. Their numbers are pretty up there, and their ERAs and their WHIPs both very elevated. And Cobb has some pretty decent strikeout numbers compared to his walks, but both of them do. But still, they're getting hit pretty hard while delivering those strikeouts. So I expect both offenses to get it going today and get us over this total here.
All right, El Nino says go over total here. White Sox Giants over total of 7.5 runs. Yeah, you look at Lance Lynn, of course, coming in is not a whole lot of spring training. He was injured, had some minor league work. This will be his fourth start of the season, and giving up the long ball, and strikeouts are about okay. Although the FIP is 4.38, which signals a drop in ERA. Now, Cobb is someone you just you scratch your head, right? The ERA looks bad, the WHIP doesn't look good, but then you look at the advanced numbers, they're not too bad. 62% ground ball rate, 26% strikeouts, a FIP of 3.21, and it's been like that for a while. So you think, hey, he's going to improve. Is he going to improve because his advanced numbers are showing improvement? But a lot of times you see him on the bench with his head down, coming off another rough start.
Yeah, he has been, and I mean, both of them have, and it's just again, not going against necessarily the best offenses today, but both teams have some guys that can hit the ball, and I think they get it rolling here. And again, I don't have much hope for these starters. No, sorry, I don't really care much what their advanced numbers say. I mean, if I was on any offense, I'd be very glad to be facing any of these starters.
Well, Nino's no fan of advanced numbers. He's more of an old school WHIP, ERA, eye test guy.
Well, you can, of course. I mean, you can't expect them to have numbers this bad the whole season, but I mean, I don't see that much of an improvement overnight either. So I'll take my chances with over here tonight. It has come down a bit, hasn't it, since it opened? But again, I still like the over here.
All right, Nino's over here. White Sox, Giants over a total of 7.5 runs. This one will have a start time here of 10:15 Eastern time. All right, let's take a look over at Pick Dogs Premium here for tonight. 11 games here remainder from Major League Baseball. We got 2 already started right now, so 4 games in, 11 still to go. We do still have some WNBA up on the board, a big card from WNBA as well as CFL. What do you have going over at Pick Dogs Premium?
Got a 3-pack tonight. I had a couple extra plays for everyone on long-term passes. One already went off. I still have one extra one for everyone on those. So I'll make sure you grab one long-term or 2 for 1 capper special if you want all the plays.
That's right, guys. Got on board here with Ninos over at Pick Dogs Premium. He's got his 3-pack up there. MLB Friday 3-run home run. Crush the books with Ninos' 3-pack up there. Of course, the long-term passes, we can get on board with Al's 3-day Al Sports Pass for the weekend here. Get all of his baseball cooks. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, full cards from Major League Baseball, right? All 15 games here. So get El Ninos' plays from Friday, Saturday, and Sunday for Major League Baseball with that 3-day All Sports Pass. You can add a second capper with that 2-point cap promotion, even greater value there. Also, if you're interested, El Ninos has his remainder of Major League Baseball all through the playoffs right now on the board as well. All right, Al, as always, great having you on your show. Have yourself a great weekend. We'll talk with you again next week, but I know you also contribute to the weekend shows.
That's right. Should be on tomorrow and Sunday, 10 a.m. Eastern. So check that out with Mitch and the Morning Crew and the rest of us cappers that can make it that early.
Yeah, that's right. It's easier for you guys on the East Coast there, 10 a.m. Eastern time. El Ninos and company there join the crew there. A lot of the drive-through cappers joining Mitch, Brian Biddler, and Chris. All right, Al, have a good weekend. We'll talk with you next week.
All right, have a good one, Tom.
You got El Ninos here on the drive-through. All right, let's continue here on our coverage here. And next up will be Brad Francis. You'll find him over at Pick Dogs. Also puts together an MMA show here with Mills Young. And, of course, you want to tune in tomorrow because I understand the big card. We got a pay-per-view card, Brad, coming up tomorrow, as well as some prelims over on ABC.
Yeah, huge MMA card tomorrow. So super excited about that. Show will probably be around 1 o'clock Eastern time. So definitely tune in there. How you doing today, though, Tony? How's your Friday going?
My Friday's going great. I'm going great. Looking forward to some baseball here. Good weekend coming up as we're getting closer and closer. We're into July now, so training camps coming. Football is now kind of smelling the scent of football here pretty soon. Of course, a lot of craziness going on in college football out here. Everyone's up. They're actually happy because the USC and UCLA moving out here because they didn't like the Pac-12. The Pac-12 teams really, the other than UCLA, USC, Stanford, and Oregon, the rest of the teams underperformed. You know, they really did. It made USC UCLA feel crappy playing in this Pac-12 turned into crap league. We all know that.
Yeah, should be interested to see how that plays out.
Should be. All right, here we go. 10 Eastern time tonight. Mariners here to host the Athletics with the Seattle. $1.80 total 8.5.
Yeah, look, this isn't going to be a too pretty of a game here, with this matchup. But I'm liking the over 8.5. Even though both these teams, they haven't been known to run up the scoreboard much this season, I don't see this being a pitching duel at all. Caprillion will be on the mound for the A's. He has a 5.88 ERA, is 0-5 this season. Gonzalez will be on the mound for the Mariners, has a 3.31 ERA. Both these teams also have bullpens that rank in the bottom half of the MLB, so I can see some runs being tacked on late. These teams played game one last night of a 4-game series, and the final score was 8-6. So, both teams were able to see the ball well. And when it comes to the Mariners, I mean, they dropped 8 runs last game. The game before that, they dropped 9 runs. In their last 2 games, they've been seeing the ball very well, hitting the ball very good. Like I said, this is going to be one of the more uglier games of the night. But just due to this pitching matchup, I'm leaning with the over here.
All right, we got Brad here says, the Mariners, Oakland Athletics, over a total of 8.5. Yeah, I see that too as well. Caprillion has not been very good this season. I mean, ERA approaching 6. High contact pitcher who has 10% walks, almost 2 home runs allowed per 9 innings. Gonzalez is someone I'm scared of because his advanced numbers look bad. Even though he's got a decent whip in ERA, but you're scared with the strikeout rate, just 13%. That's high contact. The 1.54 home runs per 9 innings is a concern. A FIP is 5.38. Which is a signal here to a significant rise in his ERA with these numbers. So all that in play, as well as an Oakland bullpen who's been performing pretty poorly as well.
Yeah, and like you said, I think Gonzalez he's got pretty lucky in a lot of his outings. I think like you look at the more of the advanced metrics, he should have a higher ERA. So even though his ERA is around just a little over 3, I could see the A's getting to him and putting up 5 to 6 runs in this game. So, totally agree there. I'm also kind of liking the A's as an underdog here. I mean, kind of get some good value there. And like I said, I do not like Gonzalez. So, I think the A's will be able to tack on some runs here.
All right, here we go with Brad here with the Mariners. Athletics over total of 8.5 runs. This is one of your late games tonight at 10 Eastern time. All right, Brad, let's take over at Pick Dogs Premium here. For tonight, we've got, 11-game card for Major League Baseball. Now, look, not too early to talk NFL, right? We're in July, so football's in the air. So we're going to start talking a little bit about football, put some of these numbers up. Coming off a monster NFL season, 1,428 units of profit. Preseason is about, 30, a little more than a month away here for preseason football. So we're getting close here, guys. But tonight, we've got a 11-game card from Major League Baseball. Looking at a good UFC card again for Saturday. What do you have going on over at Pick Dogs Premium?
Yeah, right now on the site, the only thing I have left, I have one 5-star MLB premium pick. It's a $15 special, so great value there. I love this pick a lot. And I think the 3 days a beautiful way to go if you're trying to get in with me this weekend. I will have some UFC premium picks as well as we got full slates of baseball. July 4th, that probably wouldn't cover the 3 days, but check me out. There's going to be a lot of baseball games that day as well. So just keep an eye on my profile here.
That's right, guys. Got over Brad Francis over at Pick Dogs Premium. Of course, showing prop here yesterday. Also, he's got that $15 MLB Premium special up there right now. A good offer for you right now. Get on board with Brad with his MLB play tonight. Also, as Brad was talking about, you can get a 3-day all sports pass. Get all of Brad's premium plays for 3 days, all his baseball. Of course, you want those great UFC picks for tomorrow. Big UFC pay-per-view card. We've got some prelims on ABC. So there's a lot of action in the UFC. Big card here tomorrow, including all the baseball. Remember, full cards in baseball, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, 15-game cards. Maybe more if there's double headers. I didn't see if there were any double headers out there, but at least we've got 15 a day here. So that 3-day all sports pass is great because you can add a second capper with that 2-for-1 cap promotion. Even greater value there. All right, Brad, as always, great having you on the show. Continue that success. We'll talk with you again next week. Again, remind the audience out there about your MMA show tomorrow with the Mills.
Yeah, MMA show tomorrow. Big, huge UFC card. I mean, this card I haven't been excited about one like this in a while, and there's a lot of opportunities to cash in. So me and Mills, we'll probably go live around 1. Check that out. It'll probably be 30-minute show just going over the picks we like. Nice, short and concise, and I'm super excited for it.
That's right. You just saw the subscribe and like, guys. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Of course, especially with Brad and Mills, you get these shows from Brad and Mills. You want to make sure you set notifications so you're notified when they go live with that show. Of course, at least when you know it's notified, you can at least catch the replays. They're always on demand once they go off the air. So we get a lot of views here even once the shows go off the air. So reminder to check out that show and get those UFC picks for the big card on Saturday. All right, Brad, as always, great having your show. Continue that success. We'll talk with you again next week.
All right. Thank you, Tony. Have a good weekend.
You got it. Brad Francis here on the drive. So, guys, if you missed any of our picks, we'll do a complete recap here at the end of the show as we get more and more people here. And, of course, David Villegas, very happy that they are going to do the UFC show. Make a note of it, 1 p.m. Eastern time. Set those notifications. Set it on your calendar so you can tune in and get those picks. All right, let's continue on here on the drive. To who's up next? It's Jovan Burts. You'll find Jovan over at Pick Dogs Premium. Keep an eye on his daily video series as he puts together a parlay every day for you guys over on the Pick Dogs YouTube channel. Of course, another reason why you want to like and subscribe and set those notifications. So let's go ahead and bring in Jovan Burts. Of course, I think we've got him ready to roll here. Here we go. What's happening, Jovan? What's going on?
Not much. Just ready for another big weekend. For me, nothing but MLB, action. You also have tennis. Wimbledon's on popping off. So, there's a lot of sports.
Yeah, there's a lot of sports to choose from here, and of course, it depends what you fancy. Like this time of the year, some people like the tennis, some of them like the WNBA, CFL because they can't wait for that football action. But that'll get us through here this summers. Of course, tonight we got a Major League Baseball. We're looking at Major League Baseball at 7 Eastern time. Top of the hour features the Pirates. The Pirates showed they were no pushover yesterday. We'll see what happens tonight. It's a different pitcher on the mound here for Milwaukee, though. We got the Pirates here hosting the Brewers. Brewers 205, total 7.5.
Yeah, it's definitely a different picture in this one, and on the strength of that, I'm on Milwaukee and Corbin Burns, who, 6-4 record, but 2.41 ERA. Now, this is a pitcher who's going to strike out a lot of batters, eat up innings, and basically just dominate most pitching matchups, batting orders. And this is going to be no exception against the Pirates team. He's going up against Rosanate Contreras, who has come on strong. In his several starts that he's had. He has a 3.14 ERA, but I just think that Corbin Burns, he's just gonna not allow many runs in this one. He's going to strike out a lot of our Pittsburgh Pirates, and even if Contreras does have a decent start, it's just not going to be enough. They're not going to be able to score that many runs against Burns. And then you're looking at the Pirates bullpen, who's just been giving it up. They're Civ right now, 6.14 ERA in their last 10 games. The Milwaukee Brewers batting lineup, they know how to hit, so it's, especially against righties. So I just think when all's said and done, this is going to be a win by margin by the Brewers. So take the Brewers.
All right, we got Jovan Burts here on the Brewers. On the run line, lay the -1.5 runs. The return -120 against the Pirates. Yeah, it is about Burns. And one good thing, Jovan, about Major League Baseball frontline pitching, you get about 30 to 35 starts from these top-line pitchers. And you're also thinking in the back of your mind, Cy Young. So out of those, you really can't slip up, right? If you're not going to look over a team. You're only going to pitch in a fifth of your team's games. So you get all this rest in between to think about your opponent. So and you never hear anything about, oh, there's going to be a letdown. Oh, it's a Pirate. No, it's not, because one, he only gets 30 to 35 starts a year, and also two, there's a Cy Young up there up for grabs.
Yeah, absolutely. And if you're one of the top line pitchers, which for me, Corbin Burns is. Last year they had about three guys who you could say were frontline pitchers as far as production and results go. But you're looking at Brandon Woodworth, and look what he's doing this year. Not so well. And I think Corbin Burns, he's emerged out of this pitching rotation, out of his pitching staff as the number one guy in my book. His stuff dictates it. His the results dictated. So it was. He's one of those guys who I look at as a workhorse, like back in the days, how you used to have guys, just mowing down batters. And for me, with a pitcher, strikeouts, swing and miss stuff, and how many innings you could go per ball game or throughout the season, that's big for me, because it's few and far between, when it comes to starting pitching, as far as that goes. So just the nature of the way they play baseball nowadays. But that's why I like Burns in this one.
All right, I got Jovan Burts here on the Brewers run line, -1.5 runs, -120 against the Pirates. Of course, Contreras a FIP over 4, so we can see a regression here. Double digits on the walk rate. Brewers run line -1.5 runs, -120 against the Pirates. This one will have a start time here of 7 p.m. Eastern time. Well, Jovan, let's take over at Pick Dodge for him tonight. We're down to 11-game card from Major League Baseball. Again, it's July. We're going to start talking football, put up some of the numbers here, come off a really good college football campaign last year. We're maybe about 6 to 7 weeks away here from week 0 from college football. But tonight we got 11 games on the board for Major League Baseball. What do you have going over at the site?
Yeah, and just to mention about those numbers in college football, I had a bad bowl season. If the audience will remember, last year I was, at the end of the regular season, I was number 1. So week in and week out, I was getting that money with college football. So it is what it is what it is. So I'm looking for another strong campaign in college football in the regular season. But be that as it may, it's Friday, so you know what that means. Trying to take flight on these books with my Take Flight Friday MLB laser show. Only got one play going tonight. It's a strong one, and it's gonna be a hitter. The laser show series I've been putting out has been hitting, been getting guys paid, getting the ladies paid as well. So let's get it tonight. Now you can also check me out on one of my longer term packages: 3-day, 7-day, 30-day, yearly, or match me on one of the other handicappers for the 2-for-1 cap of emotional. It's all here at Sports Chat Place and Pick Dogs. Let's get it.
Let's get it indeed. Get on board with Jovan Burts over at Pick Dogs. A premium is MLB Laser Show package up there. Single play credit guarantee. So it's got to win, or the credits it's credited back into your account. Of course, with Jovan, he has the long-term passes, the 3, 7, or 30L sports pass. You get all of his premium plays here for that period of time when you go to his handicapper page and make that purchase. Thinking about a 1-year pass, you can include college football, the bowl season, NFL. Jovan also has a 1-year sports pass. When you do the math, it only amounts to about $100 a month. A $1,200 price tag for 12 months of action there. But again, it's very, very, very affordable here. Again, when you do the math, and of course, what it covers all of the football season from NFL, college football, as well as NBA, and of course, MLB, and all the sports that Jovan handicaps over at Pick Dogs will be yours for 1 year there for $11.99. Again, like I said, do the math. That amounts to $100 a month for Jovan's premium plays. Getting ready for a really good college football campaign coming up here in just a few weeks, about 6 to 7 weeks away. And of course, now time to get out those magazines, start to find out where the returning starter is, keep an eye on the transfer portal, and we'll be all ready for college football before it'll be here before you know it, Jovan.
Yeah, absolutely. And a tidbit about the landscape of college football. For me, college football is all about regional action, and tradition, and you're losing that when you have team or programs like Texas and Oklahoma going to SEC, but also for the last couple of days or 24 hours, USC and UCLA putting their papers in to go to the Big Ten. What's that going to look like going cross country, facing the likes of Rutgers? What I'm saying, going to Piscataway. It's going to be a miserable time for them. When they like to play in the fun and sun. You know what I mean? So,
Oh yeah,
just
the travel is going to be interesting to see those November games. If they get who they draw, but again, USC UCLA will probably be the last game of the season, so that
Yeah.
date will be then. And Notre Dame's always for USC late in the season if they're home. So they might get, they may get one November game, when you think about it, because they always get Notre Dame at home in November, UCLA on the road in November if they got Notre Dame at home. And we'll see if they drum up some of these their old Pac-10 teams. Maybe they'll play them. Well, they may be non-conference, but again, they're probably looking at one trip out in November out east. It's gonna, they know that for sure. So it's just very interesting to see how these schedules are going to play out, how much influence they'll have in the schedule. Of course, Michigan has Ohio State in there at the end of the season, right? So there are some rivalry games that tie up some of the scheduling for USC.
Right.
Maybe we'll start seeing early action, maybe a lot of September. Of course, they don't like coming out here in September because it's hot. That's going to be, sometimes you get triple-digit temperatures out here in September.
Right. Yeah, absolutely. But for me, I look at USC, I look at UCLA. They're Pac-12 or old Pac-10. Those are those teams. It's just gonna be funny. If this really goes down, which is probably is because money talks. It's just gonna be funny watching these teams, play teams that really have no long-standing, tradition with, and play on the field talks. USC, they haven't put together a winning product for the last 16 years. You know what I mean? So same with UCLA. I mean, it is what it is. So that's my whole thing. You're gonna go to the Big Ten. You think you're gonna win there? I don't think so.
Sometimes
maybe USC because of the way things are going, the recruits that they're getting now based on their coaching hire, but I don't know.
UCLA might be tough for them. Of course, we think of Michigan and Ohio State, but let me tell you, some of those other tier teams, Wisconsin, Iowa, Penn State, Iowa, these teams are no jokes. And you're going to be playing tough competition back-to-back weeks, maybe 3 games in 3 weeks. You could be stuck with Michigan State, Wisconsin, Iowa. They're not used to that in the Pac. They're not used to that in the Pac-12.
Right. They're not used to that physical play. Not used to that physical play at all. We'll see what happens. I'm here for it all regardless, because as long as they play, I'm here.
Oh, yeah. It's going to be a really interesting handicap. Then, of course, you look at the college basketball thing and seeing, having to travel way out there, for the basketball team. There's a lot of road trips. You play half your games on the road, and you only have one team that's really close to you. So every road game is going to be a long road trip. That's going to be interesting handicap there, no doubt about that. We've seen UCLA do these one-and-done trips where they look good. Try doing that for a few weeks in a row. See what I think about it,
I mean, hey, as far as I'm concerned, it's not going to, as far as wins and losses, it's only going to hurt them. And they wasn't doing so hot, in the current configuration of of how things are. So, I don't know.
Yeah, the Rose Bowl's up in flex. Nobody knows what's going to happen here, how they're going to backfill those schools, and what's Oregon, Stanford going to do. Even Washington, there's a lot of question marks here. So it'll be interesting to find out here the answers in the next few months as college football is a changing. So, but we'll be ready for it. We're ready to handicap. We'll be on top of everything here on Pick Dogs. All right, Jovan, have a great night. We'll talk with you a little bit later here on the recap. But I know you're also on the weekends, on the weekend shows.
Yeah, absolutely. And per usual, I'll be there Saturday, Sunday, 10 o'clock Eastern. So catch me tomorrow for free picks.
Yeah, more free picks with the Jovan and the crew tomorrow at 10 a.m. Eastern time. All right, John, we'll talk with you in a little bit. Jovan Burts here on the drive-thru. All right, let's continue on here with our coverage. Guys, if you missed any of our picks, we'll do a complete recap here at the end of the show. All right, it's Friday. It's Steak Friday. I'm hungry. Let's go. Let's bring in Rod Zawacky if I'm over at Pick Dogs. He's been very good to us on the show, bringing in winners here on the drive-through. Let's see if we can bring in Rod here right now. I think he's ready to roll. Let's see here. Here's Rod Zawacky. Rod, what's happening?
Hey, not too much. Celebrating Canada Day here in Canada.
Yes.
So happy Canada Day to all our Canadian viewers out there.
That's
Hope you're
right.
having a
Happy
good
Canada
way.
Day.
Enjoying the nice sun celebration.
Yes.
Having some barbecue. Maybe some hot dogs. Maybe some hamburgers. Or even some steak for Steak Friday.
That's on Steak Friday. And, of course, it all came in with a nice Toronto Blue Jays win and run line cover. And if you laid the alternate run line, whatever it was, up to 5, you would have got the money. Up to 5.5.
Yeah, well, yeah, because even look Barrios at home. He pitches way better at home than what he does on the road. And he came to pitch, and he did enough to get the job done. And the Blue Jays bats just smashed her and crushed them on Canada Day. I think the Blue Jays record on Canada Day has been really, really good.
Yes.
Over the years on Canada Day. Canada Day's treated the Blue Jays well.
It sure has. Speaking of what hasn't treated the well, as the Padres have not had good luck against the Dodgers. I think they lost, 11 of their past 12. But here they go tonight at 10 Eastern time. The Dodgers here laying $1.75, total 7.5.
Yeah. And we look at this. I'd have to lead with the Dodgers probably get the win here as well. If you look, because Snell's getting a start, and he's 0-5 on the season. And in his starts, the team is 0-7 in those starts. He's sporting a nice over 5.6 ERA. His whip's a nice 1.44. So Snell has definitely not been good here on the season. Goslin on the other side of things has definitely had a nice season. He's 9-0 on the year with a 1.58 ERA with a 0.5. So he's been pitching very well here. Probably shut the Padres down real good. But for me, we're still going to take this over here. You look at Snell, his last 2 starts, he's given up 4 runs, and he gives up 4 runs on the regular. So for me, I think the Dodgers easily get to 7 runs, because you look Snell, how many average innings does he go? 4, and then you bring in the relievers, and the Padres relievers, they're averaging giving up 3 runs a game. So for me, there's 7. There, a couple from the Padres to get us over this 7.5. So I'm going to take the over, because the Padres 5-1-1 to the over their last 7 games on Friday. Dodgers 6-1 their last 7 to the over versus left-handed starters. They're also 13-6 with winning records to the over. And the last 10 meetings between these two teams, 7-3 to that over here in LA. So I think we see enough runs to get us over this low total. I understand why it's low, but you got enough to sneak us over this 7.5.
Yeah,
I think we get 9-10 runs in this one.
Yeah, looking for the Padres to get a few runs here off Gonsolin, or even the bullpen. Gonsolin was never a guy that went deep. Remember, they used to baby him a lot in his development. You know, he's one of those 3, 4, sometimes 5 pitches, right?
Yeah.
But he's developing upper body. He looks a lot more buff now.
He looks like he's been working out and definitely been working out from what he used to be, right? But even if he holds it, if he gives up nothing, and the Dodgers relievers, they're averaging giving up 3 runs a game. So I think that's where we get. I'm looking. We need 2 or 3 runs from the Padres to guess over this total, and I think we easily get that.
Let's see if he can pitch closer to his FIP instead of his ERA. His FIP is 3.37. So with his the advanced numbers, said he should be a pitcher with an ERA in the mid 3s. So maybe he'll pitch to that, and then you got yourself an over here in this one.
And then you get us the over. Yeah, I like the over. I think we get enough runs, and we just sneak over. I don't think we go flying over. I don't think we're seeing or something crazy like that. But
get some home runs. Finally, Justin Turner hitting some home runs. So get that home runs coming.
The way Snell's been pitching.
Yeah, no doubt. All right, we got Ryan here. Yeah, Snell's not been looking good. Dodgers, Padres over a total of 7.5 runs. This is a late game at 10 Eastern time. All right, Rod, let's take a look over at Pick Dogs premium here for tonight. 11 games remaining on the Major League Baseball card. We're putting football numbers up, guys. We're not too far away. We're to July, so football is in the air now. As college, we're getting training camps started. College football training camps as well. A lot of news everywhere. Got to keep where everyone's starting getting to buying their preseason, their preview magazines. Time to start looking at these and finding out who's returning, who's not, who's transferring. So a lot of work being done here by the Pick Dogs crew, getting ready for college football. But anyway, we got baseball on the board. Of course, I know, Rod, you have a college football pass up there already, coming off a great season. What do you have going over at Pick Dogs Premium?
Yeah, great season in college football. And like I said, we've already diving in and working on that as well, along with the NFL. All those magazines that you're talking about, they're all here. And I've been diving in and doing the work. Gets yourself ahead. So when it hits down, it doesn't smack you in the face and you're not on avalanche mode and get buried in all the work that you got to do coming up. So I like to keep ahead of the thing. But for tonight, we got my Steak Friday triple going, my 3 best bets in the MLB. And that includes in the Steak Friday triple my $15 Bookie Buster. Or you can still get that singly if you just want that single over at Pick Dogs Premium. You can scoop that up. Or, like we said, the best thing to go is grab a 3-day, grab a 7-day, grab a 30-day. If you want all my picks this weekend, grab my 3-day pass. $75 gets you everything I've got going this weekend. And I would say the 2-for-1 capper deal. Also another way to go, where you can also pair me up with Tony, Big Al, Little Al, Jovan, Ruffalo, Mitch, all our good award-winning cappers. Pair me up 2-for-1 capper deal. Can't go wrong with that as well. Don't forget, use code July14 and get 40% off all your purchases over at Big Dogs Premium.
That's right. Use that promo code July 14th. Good savings at 14% off, guys. Get up over the Zawacky Over at Pick Dogs. He's got that $15 Bookie Bust up there. Very affordable pricing here on his big baseball play tonight. So get on board with that. Of course, he does have a Friday triple here, Steak Triple. His best bets from Major League Baseball up there for you right now on his Steak Friday Triple. Of course, the long-term passes are good. A 3-day all sports pass, we're guaranteed a lot of baseball here for this weekend, right? Friday, Saturday, and Sundays, at least 15 game cards. Who knows if there's double headers? There's even more. But anyway, that 3-day pass will get you all of Rod's premium plays for that 3-day period. You can add a second capper with that 2-for-1 capper promotion, even greater value there. Now, I know Rod may delve in WNBA, may delve into CFL. He doesn't force the action, but if he sees value there, he sees his play, he'll strike, right?
Yeah, oh yeah, for sure. Like if I see something I like, then definitely. Like I shared for free earlier. It's in the comments of this morning show, which means congratulations on his 14 years, by the way. Good job. That's definitely a grind there in itself. And tonight, CFL's game. We're going to take the Hamilton Tiger Cats. The Elks have been good to start the season. It's like the curse of the Elks. And they're starting a rookie quarterback tonight. In Trey Ford is going to get the start for the Elks. And this Hamilton D is solid. So bonus play, take the Hamilton Tiger Cats, lay the points. I think they easily win by 10+ in this one. Elks are in trouble.
There you go. A lot of the television in the U.S. is on ESPN Plus. It's on the ESPN Plus channel, so you guys can check it out there. On CFL, they're televised those games. All right, Rod. Of course, don't forget this college football season pass. It's up there right now. Affordable pricing. Of course, we're talking about that July promo. You can apply that here and get that 14% off because as VIP pass right now, $650 for the entire college football season from Rod Zawacky, including the national championship game, all the bowl action. Major conferences, minor conferences, MACtion, you name it.
MACtion.
Late Pac-12, Pac-10. Well, we can't call. Well, it's going to be pretty soon. It'll be Pac-10 after dark, but Pac-12 after dark. You got it. Sometimes the Hawaii game, the bailout, may be in there too. Anything he posts up there will be up there, guys.
Yeah, I know. I've been to Hawaii a couple times.
There you go. So get on board with it. July 14, we'll say 14% off that pass. So good time to use it on these long-term passes. Make your plans now for football. We are in July. So next month, it's football, right? We got college football starting in August, so good time to get on board. All right, Rod, as always, great having you show. Continued success. We'll talk with you again next week, but I know you also contribute to the weekend shows.
Yeah, definitely this weekend. I'll be here Saturday and Sunday, barring any crazy storms, but I don't see any of those this weekend, so no broken windows and none of that. Barring that, we'll see everybody on the weekend for some more free plays. So thanks for having me. If not, we'll see you guys on Monday.
We'll see you on Monday. Rod Zawacky here on the drive-thru, 10 a.m. Eastern time. Tune in with that morning show. You'll find Rod and a lot of the cappers here from the drive-thru guesting in with Rod and with Mitch, with Chris and Brian there. All right, let's continue on our show. Guys, if you missed any of our picks, we'll do a complete recap here at the end of the show, and Jovan will help us with that. So make sure you stay tuned for that. All right, let's get my game card up there for tonight. We'll put up the information for you right now. We're going to look at this Tigers and Royals game at 7 Eastern time. Tigers $1.20 here, total 8.5. I'll be on the Tigers in this one. Detroit here, minus 120 against this Royals team. Let me just double check the pitchers, make sure there's any last minute changes. I don't want to catch any surprise or find out later. But we still got Keller and Pineda on the mound here. That's key. Pineda will get the start here. He's an expected starter. He has put up some good numbers in the 5 starts that he's made this season. Great control, ground ball rate about 39%. He returns after missing a month with that broken pitcher, but he has pitched some rehab to get ready for this start. Of course, the Royals, they dropped 2 of 3 at home against the Rangers and Athletics. Boy, how do you lose 2 of 3 to Athletics at home? That's not very good. Hey, the Tigers, they closed the back end of the road trip by taking 3 of 5 at Arizona and San Francisco, and they're getting the better work. They have the better bullpen of the two. We've got Pineda on the mound, Brad Keller on the mound for KC. He's got an ERA in the mid-4s. He's a high-contact pitcher, 15% strikeout, so he gives up a lot of contact, and 1.14 home runs per 9 innings. Of course, the Royals bullpen has not performed well this season. We'll look at the Tigers here, minus 120. Hey, guys, check out Pick Dogs. My 3-pack already went off. I got an early winner in here with Toronto, so I still have my $15 premium play up there. It goes off in about an hour and a half, so you still got some time to get on board with that. Yeah, first pitch for my $15 premium. It will be in about an hour and a half. So get on board with that. Great value there over at Pick Dogs. I am the top unit producer at Pick Dogs right now, documented in Major League Baseball. So get on board with my play for tonight for Major League Baseball, a $15 premium. Also, my 3, 7, and 30 all sports patch. You get all my premium plays for that period of time. You select me and go over to my handicapper page at Pick Dogs and make that purchase. 2-for-1 cap promotion. You can match me up with Rod. You can match me up with Jovan. You can match me up with Ninos. You can match me up with Brad Francis, Jovan Burts. 2-for-1 cap promotion is your best value over at Pick Dogs Premium. So get signed up. All right, let's continue on here with the show. As promised, it is now time for the recap. So let's go ahead and recap our picks from tonight. And of course, helping us out will be Jovan Burts. We started off here with Ninos. He liked the White Sox Giants over 7.5. Brad was on the Mariners Athletics over 8.5. Jovan was Brewers run line minus 1.5 runs, minus 120 against the Pirates. Rod Zawacky likes Dodgers Padres over 7.5. Yours truly here, Tigers minus 120 against the Royals. All right, Jovan, other than your pick, which one do you like the best?
Yeah, I'm gonna run with your pick. I'm gonna run with the Tigers. Pineda's back, so it's a boost to the pitching staff for the Tigers. So I'll roll with that.
I'll roll with that one, and I'm gonna roll with yours too. Brewers run line minus 1.5 runs. Minus 120 against the Pirates. Burns a little different pitcher tonight, guys. Going in that should be able to dominate these week-ending Pirates team. And that'll do it here for this edition of the Drive-Thru, guys. Be sure to tune in again here on Monday at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. We'll do it all over again. We'll bring in our cappers here, and they'll give out live free picks for the games in primetime. Don't forget, like, subscribe, set notifications, so when we're live, you're live with us. So you can bet into the best numbers and catch all the shows on Pick Dogs, such as the MMA show. Tomorrow we're thinking about 1 Eastern time with the Brad and Mills with their MMA show. Big MMA card on Saturday. We got a pay-per-view card. We have the prelims on ABC as well. So tune into the MMA show. Get those MMA picks. Also the morning show at 10 a.m. Eastern time on the weekends. You'll have Mitch. You'll have Chris. You'll have Brian Piller. A lot of the drive-through cappers join him, like Jovan will be there, Big Al, Little Al, Ron Zawacky, and more. So tune into that morning show. Of course, we got the video series produced by the Pick Dogs cappers. Jovan has his parlay of the day, so check that out. We also have Brian Bittler's Take It to the Bank at Fast 5. So that's another video series up there. Ron Romanelli with his rundown. Lots going on over at Pick Dogs. Like, subscribe, set notifications. All right, that'll do it here for this edition of the show. Let's go ahead and bring in our crew here for tonight. Wave goodbye to you guys. Have yourself a great weekend. Keep it safe, and we'll talk with you again tomorrow on Assistant. We'll talk to you again on Monday live at 6